Hi, everybody. My name is Hani Faraj with Vancouver House Finders. And today I actually want to make an updated video on selling your home if you are going through a divorce. I did this video about 5 years ago, and I've had way more experience since then, actually helping a lot of people with divorce. And I've kind of seen some people make a lot of mistakes. And this is kind of what I want to embark or try to educate the general public here in Vancouver, Canada, and British Columbia, actually, specifically about the steps of how to do that. So, as always, divorce is a very emotionally charged topic. Separating or, leaving a relationship, or sometimes you're not initiating that. And I know it can be challenging and very, 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 very draining on your emotional being and your emotional state. So I understand that it's not an easy topic to talk about, but I want to kind of address it because I think it's really important, right? So the first thing before you even do anything is make sure that you're actually going to do this, like you've exhausted all options, you've been to therapy, you did all that stuff, and make sure that you're trying everything in your power to try to save that relationship. Okay. I don't like seeing this, especially I see the worst of people sometimes when they're going through a divorce. And so that's really number one. Is I always ask people like, hey, are you going through this? Is this like if this is it? You've tried? Yes, we have. Okay, great. So the first thing is what people do, what they should do is not talk to a realtor. They should talk to a lawyer. Okay. The reason is every person should have a lawyer and they should have this what we call an agreement, which is called a separation agreement. And what this separation agreement states that this person, it kind of outlines the terms of the divorce and whatnot and how they're going to go about doing it. Now, hopefully it's an amicable divorce, but that's the second advice that I have for everybody. Make sure you have open communication and you're not trying to do things out of spite. I've seen tons of people do this, and it doesn't matter how much money is involved, whether it's a little bit or a lot, and everybody spends like $500,000 or 200 or 400,000 each, and all that money goes to the lawyers, and they're not your best friend. The best people that I know and they're happiest, they're not happy that they're divorcing, but they're happy because their pockets are full. Is that they talk about what they want to separate. Like, here, you're going to get the house, we're going to sell the house, I'm going to buy the house, whatever. I want the nice car, or we'll pay off your car. We'll do this, we'll do that, whatever. I want this sofa, I want this bed, I want whatever. They separate everything. It's like an agreement they make. And then they go to their lawyers like, we've already agreed on everything. And guess how much they pay? Like $1,500. Just crazy. Right. So that's really what it is. Talk to your partner and then, hopefully hash all that out and then go, and try to go to the lawyer, and hopefully it'll be a lot cheaper. Okay. So number one is you need a lawyer, you need a separation agreement. And once everybody signed everything, then there's two ways of doing it. Hopefully, if it's amicable, you can have just one realtor like myself, and that person is obviously obligated to both of you. So that's the third step is go find a realtor. And hopefully, if you guys are in good standing with each other and everybody's happy with everything, then that realtor can represent both of you. Now, if you're not want to talk to your partner. Some people don't want to do that. It's very contentious, so they want to get their own realtor. And by the way, you can do that. You're only paying one commission, but there's two realtors. One represents the husband or whatever, the partner, one of the partners, and then the other person represents the other party, regardless what their gender is. Okay. So that's really what happens. You can do that. You can either have one realtor that's selling your property, you can have two realtors. Now, so keep that in mind. Now, where it gets tricky is that I've seen this happen where, like, let's say the husband is wanting to buy now, and the wife is like, "Oh, what's happening? Where are you guys looking? Where are you?" And that's where the realtor has to be skilled enough to say, "Hey, hold on, this has nothing to do with you. Like, chill out or whatever." So just keep that in mind. When a realtor comes in, you need to price the property accordingly. Make sure that the property represents like it's based on fair market value. Make sure the realtor that's helping you has experience with this. And I would advise sometimes partners, they do this where they put a CPL. CPL is a certificate of pending litigation. And it doesn't look good because I'm telling you, I've done this multiple times. When that happens, is that realtors are not stupid. They read the title and they realize that this is a contentious sale. There's something going on that's forcing. And right away, I've been spotted right like, hey, are they divorcing? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, crap. Actually, well, they're going through something. Oh, okay, fair enough. So then people try to take advantage of that. You don't want that. Okay. So I know some lawyers like to do this, and I get it, especially if one partner is a big spender or whatever, and they don't want to put any additional financial obligations onto the home. It's a big problem. So I understand that. Okay. So again, pricing your property properly. And then the fifth thing is putting your home on the market. Another thing I like to kind of see is that sometimes partners, if they're not in the same room or whatever, they like to move their clothes out, whatever. And it's okay. Like I get it. You know what? I would recommend that one of the partners move out and go somewhere else rather than move onto another room. Especially if they're still staying. I've seen that happen again and people have spotted it. It's like, hey, there's men's clothing in this closet and there's women's clothing in this closet. Like, what's going on? Are they divorcing? And I'm like, oh, okay, again, I got caught. And, I would say, please try your best to like at least stage the master bedroom, stage it looking like, both partners are living there because people know that what's going on. And you don't want to take advantage of that, right? So again, what we do is my business. What I do is I stage every home. We do tons of marketing. We get junk removal in there. If there's small little projects like painting, I have a great handyman. He's amazing, really affordable. He'll come and go through the whole house. Sometimes we do pre-inspections and stuff. And then, when the offers start coming in, we start showing it. Again, it's important not to be emotional, and I would say then the lawyer gets involved when the sale is complete. Then we send all the documents to both lawyers. Okay. But what I would recommend is that if there's an opportunity, like, and I say this all the time, as soon as I sit down with a couple, even though it goes against my own interest, I'll always tell this, hey guys, can somebody buy the other one out? Because guess what? You avoid property transfer tax. You avoid, legal, you don't avoid listing commission, buying commission, all that fun stuff. And actually, for the person who's buying, they're going to avoid moving. It sucks. Let's be honest, right? So, again, my biggest advice with this is that don't be difficult. You may not want to sell your property. I get it, but it sucks. And I get it sucks, but it just that's life. Unfortunately, it's one of those things like kind of like pulling out your teeth or your tooth. It's painful, but it eventually has to be done. And this is one of the things. But I hope this kind of helps you. If you are unfortunately going through a divorce, I highly recommend you reach out to me. I'd love to help. I have a beautiful, great team that's behind me that can help assist with a lot of transitions. And, if you're not in the area that I serve, no problem, call me anyway, and I can make a recommendation for somebody that knows the process in your area. But I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope we connect sooner or later. Thank you, and have a good day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Have a good day.